A very good early morning from Lhasa, Tibet. Today we're following the crowd. We're off to the famous Barkhor Street. Oh well, there's a queue to get in. I've never seen a queue to get in a square. Oh hey, there's a big queue to get in. I've never seen a queue to get in a square before. Let's join it. Okay, we are out of there. So this is the square area. Heavy police presence because here in this particular square, I mean bar the India border areas, this is possibly the most volatile place in China. Barkhor Square. And I'll tell you, after all that waiting for 20 odd minutes, the security checks, the visit to the little police station, you'll be damn sure I'm seeing everything in here. I'm not coming back for a second visit. So this is Barkhor Square, the beginning of the Kora. So ahead there, we've got the two incest burners going all guns, right? And everyone's going to head off in this clockwise direction here. They're going to go round in this circuit, this Barkhor circuit, and they're going to do their Kora. Hello. Wow. Ah, friendly local. And I must say they have been very friendly locals. At odds with the scene in the square here. When I was in Xinjiang, I was seeing bomb bins. But here I'm seeing fire blankets and extinguishers. They've got a different kind of problem here, the self-immolation. So they're on standby for that, I think, in case it all kicks off. Okay, let's get on that circuit. It's smoky here. It's smoky here. Luckily, years of cigars will get me through this. Which reminds me, there's 38% less oxygen here than there is where you're watching this. So we're going to go slowly, but so far, not an issue. I acclimatised, used to work in the top floors of the Liver building. Me Sherpa lungs have taken it in their stride so far. Gonna have to look in my family tree. Maybe I'm a part Tibetan. He's outside the Tibetan restaurant. Maybe he's lunch. So here we go. The beginning of this Kora. Let's get at least one lap in. See what we find along the way. I was told can't get into this particular temple without a guide. But you know us Scousers, we're a cheeky bunch, and if you don't ask, you don't get. So I might very well see if I can get myself in here. This is the queue to get into that temple here. Seems to be only locals. God, look at the line of prams. It's like Tesco's. It's like outside Tesco's. Right, guys, we might be able to get into the Jokhang Temple. I was told I needed a guide for this, but we've got almost to the ticket office, so we're just about to find out. Almost there. 85 per person. Yiga? One, yes please.
Okay, you're welcome to Lhasa.
Thank you. Okay.
85.
85, alright.
Where are you from?
From Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yes, do you know Liverpool?
American.
Yeah, no, Britain.
Britain.
Yeah,
England.
yeah. Here.
Yes.
Okay, he doesn't know Liverpool, but we'll let him off. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, it's gone through. Thank you, will do. Okay. I think it's internet problem signal. The internet is terrible here. Oh, this way. Okay. All right, we're in. We're in by the looks of things. So what was that other entrance? Okay. And everyone's busy here. They're saying definitely this way, so I need to squeeze past this. Yeah. Oh, this is looking great, guys. This is looking great. Okay. Oh, okay. Get my ticket checked. Cheers. Jinchu Okay. Oh, all right, you've got to go. Sorry, guys. Right, we've just come out of that temple. That was the holiest temple in Tibet. That was brilliant. That was one of the best things I've done in China. Chikbi Jowl, really mashed up, hundreds of people. Oh, they're giving it biftas on the other side. Hundreds of people all mashed up together, going to see in a temple. Oh, it was brilliant. It was like being on the football terrace again. Loved it. Floor slippery with yak butter. It had everything going on in there. It was brilliant, that. And I got in without me guide too. So when I came here, he said, "Oh no, you'll need a guide to get in here." But someone had told me if there's Tibetans on the door, it's likely not a problem. And there were Tibetans on the door. I got in, no guide. Take a look here, guys, take a look here. Wooden bowls outside the temple here. They are very important in Tibet. Alright, you want a big wooden bowl like that? That's for your men. Smaller wooden bowl like that? That's for the ladies and children. And they have their wooden bowl throughout their lives. If they get a crack in it, that's considered a bad omen. And when you get your sky burial and the vultures are pecking you, your bowl is used to pour some tea. And after that it becomes the undertaker's. Your bowl is inherited by the undertaker. And you'll see these guys here, especially the ones prostrating on the floor, and they're all carrying a little wooden bowl for donations, for food, for tea. Okay, and that was the bowl shop. Hello. Seems to be lots of little side streets we'll look down. Yeah, all these little side streets look down there. We'll get into the gubbins of this place later, I think. Hey up, guys. Look, it's a Tibetan whistling bowl. You ever seen or heard of these? You'll certainly hear them in a minute. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, he's going to do it. Oh, he's got it going. He's got it going. Oh, brilliant. Tibetan singing bowl. 这个多少钱？这个320. Okay. Okay, 谢谢. Right, yeah, I got one of those in Nepal on one of my trips. My pride, when you put water in it, all the water splashes out. It's brilliant. It's, yeah, Tibetan singing bowls. Excellent souvenir to buy. So could try a spot of shopping while I'm here. Look at these Tibetan carpets. Here's the Palata Palace. We'll see that another time. Tibetan carpets. High quality wool. In the east of China, no one's keen on carpets, but as soon as you get to the west of China, that's what people have in their houses. Xinjiang, Tibet, Qinghai. I suppose that continues all the way up until Europe. Because I've got the carpet in my living room back home. Castile. Some new friends. So far, guys, this is the friendliest place I've ever been in China. Friendliest city I've ever been in China. Bar all the police stops. They're not very friendly in the police stops. But everywhere else, your average man on the street, oh, I'm loved. Alright, maybe we should start souvenir shopping. Let's have a look in here. Let's have a look at his wares. He's got some silver. He's got some turquoise. He's got some of these Sherpa stones. This is what the Sherpa go up the mountain wear. Is that red one there? Okay, 这个红色看一看。好的，这个吗？对对对。可以。Okay, the Sherpa stone. 这个是西藏做的，是吧？对对，我们西藏的特色的。All right. So, the Sherpa stone. 这个多少钱？150嘛。150我可以带是吧？150嘛，哎呀。看一下。看嘛，是。这是辟邪的。How does that look? It doesn't look too bad actually. Liverpool red. 那150不行，你给我150嘛，哎呀，150。你给我50块吧。哎呀，150，这不有什么？No. Oh, I don't think it's worth that. Well, I'm not sure what it's worth, but I don't think it's worth that. Okay, but I've got it on my wrist now, so it's difficult to take off. I'm gonna have to. 80块行不行？不行，在我们那这不有什么。哦，那就算了，把我脱掉吧。哎，这不有什么。80吧，80。80没有了。80可以吧？Yeah,行吧。I've got it for 80. I had to negotiate because I can't get it back off my wrist. It's very small. Let's hope there's some give in it. Okay, 好，80我就烧掉了。Okay. 好，谢谢。Okay. Oh, is he making it down there? That's his little workshop, I think. Okay, 好，谢谢。再见。Okay. Right. One very tight. I might have to give this to somebody. Sherpa bracelet, so they'll think I've been hiking in the mountains. Looks all right. That I don't know whether it's a bit effeminate. Anyway, something to decorate the hands with. There's lots of pointing in travel vlogging, so something to decorate the hands with, innit? Look at these lovely colours, lovely Tibetan colours. It's where they go shopping there. Well, look at the size of that. I don't know who goes shopping there. Sumo wrestlers. But so bright. Everyone's dressed so brightly. Look at this guy. Well, there seems to be lots of Tibetans. I mean, look at him. He's 100% Tibetan. Going up to this tea house up these stairs, I've noticed. And that can only mean that there's some good tea up there. Let's check that out. Oh yeah, it's packed. Yo, you wait a minute. It's packed. Well, look at the clientele. Very authentic. So let's get something to eat or drink here. Okay, so I've ordered. I take my little ticket and I collect it myself. Apparently from here, there's no waiter service. We're not quite ready for a lunch. It's a little too early for a lunch, so we'll go in. We'll just go and snack. Just give it to her. She's looking at it. Okay, and she's gone to get something. So it's worked so far. Okay, I think I'm getting called. Okay, it's here. There it is. Ah, 차在这边. Okay. She's going to get me tea. Oh, 这个是我的. Oh, I was waiting for it. 这个两个是我的. 两个? Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to come back for that. Okay. Okay, 好. No. Okay, so I've got to go back and get my my cup from here. Okay, and then I'll get my tea from the counter. Don't be momos first. Hot. Nice. Work out the tea situation. I'm not a tea drinker. When in Tibet, that's the tea. So what the hell is this one? That looks like tea too. 这个可以是吧？还是这个？还是两个一起？ Okay. There's no help for coming from the locals. So I'm guessing I'll go with that. That looks like a milkier version. So for all this came to 20. I don't know the price breakdown. I think it was 10 and 10 and even split. There's momos in it. Alright, let's try this tea. Well, that's milk tea. So what is this? Let's mix it together. The lady is laughing at me. This is obviously not the thing to do. Everyone's looking at me now on the table opposite. She made a funny face. This is obviously, I've obviously done the wrong thing. Tastes exactly the same. 可以，这个是两个跳在一起吗？
天掌和你的尝的是天掌吗？我们尝的是全都是素叶茶。
Oh, okay. So this is the sweeter version. This is the sweeter version. There's two versions. Whatever is in these two flasks, and I still don't know how to make it, is the sweet version. Well, the sweet version suits me. Well, those were the greasiest momos. Waterproof myself. So this little tea house on Barkhor Square, popular with the locals, very good for a stop off on your Kora. Let's try getting down some of these side streets. This one looks particularly intriguing. Making something there. Don't know what. Perhaps it's one of those. They look nice. Flowers for the temple, I suppose. Peacock feathers. We are close to India. Hey, that must be a Tibetan seat. Smells nice, this street. Smells very nice. What could that be for, though? What is that for? That feels like real people's hair. That is real people's hair for sale. Why? Why have they got real people's hair for sale? 这个是人的头发吗？人的？真的是吧？假的。Oh, well, it's fake, but that still doesn't explain why they. 为什么有？头发一起变的。哦，你可以放是吧？细的变嘛。哦，这个厚厚的变是吧？哦 ，OK。这个好看一点是吧？这个好看。哦 ，OK. So they said there. 谢谢。They said their hair braids too thin, so they have this to pad it out a bit. I think Tibetans got very nice hair. but it's not difficult when you got that up top. This just looks like the everything you need if you're thinking of going to the temple street, doesn't it? There's another entrance or exit up there. All right, let's do an about turn. Okay, but yeah, proper little Tibetan shopping street. Look at this little temple here. We're going to get in on the action. Let's get a spot. Hello. There you go. So we spin this. Means nothing to me, but if you are Tibetan, this is your prayers going to heaven. Still, nice thing to do, eh? Nice gold wheels. Hi. This lad knows what he's doing. There you go. We're almost round. I think we've got to do one full circuit for it to count. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Do we go in? Oh, it's a big one inside. Look at that. Okay, let's give this one a spin. Yeah, there we go. Spinning everything. We're not moving around. We're not going very fast. Okay, what's this? Ah, is this the yak butter? Okay. So traditional. To burn some yak butter here. I think that's what people are doing there. Some lollipops. I wonder what that's about. I should give a donation, I think. I did change hundreds of these outside. There you go. There's a donation. Okay. There's the monk there. Oh, that's excellent. Love that. This place is brilliant. Okay, again the big incense burners. I've never been to a better smelling street. Alright, I don't want to deviate. I don't want to deviate down anywhere. But these little streets are calling me name. No photography in here, guys. No photography in here, but a very photogenic place. People are having their photos taken. This is a nice little street. What's for sale here? What is this? This is small. This is Yojiba. Oh, naga Nyozo the Yojiba. Ah, okay, so that's the yak butter there. Wonder what that is. Jigga chowna. Some grass there. I don't think she understands. It's okay, my Chinese isn't that good. But that's where you buy your yak butter before you go to the temple. Alright, let's get back on the main drag. Alright guys, so check this out. This building's called the Nangze Shah. Look at this. Can you guess what that was before? Oh, looks nice, doesn't it? You're probably not expecting it to be a prison. But that before was where you'd go if you were having a bad day in Lhasa. Not anymore though, it's a museum now. Kaijin Lima? Alright, we can go in. Alright, we can go in and with the camera. So this looks good. Alright. Up these steps here. It's pretty dark in here. There's not much light in Lhasa prison. Okay. We might not know what this museum's about. Now it's starting to look a bit more like a prison. Alright. The attraction for me, guys, is going to have to be prison, because what this is all about, I cannot tell you. Something in 1920. There's your window. This must have been a prison cell. So we'll attack this from the point of view that it was a prison before, because I've not got a lot more to go on. There you go. That looks like a prison. Let's get down there. Right. Let's have a look. Oh well. This is a very low ceiling. This is definitely, maybe this is just the museum prison. Alright, he's looking very sorry for himself. You know what? Looks nice from the outside. Certainly wouldn't have wanted to have been in here. This is the prison museum. There's some poor sod in prison. Right. Hey, this isn't half bad. This is interesting. It's the complete opposite to outside and all the friendly locals. This doesn't look good. Wait. Me noggin. Right, let's get up here. Let's go up this trapdoor. Right. There's some mountaineering needed in this museum. Hey. Hello. Let's go up. Here we are. That's a grisly sight. The office of the governor, the prison governor. He had it a bit better up here, didn't he? Right. Ooh. What else is there up here? Oh, and that's the real modern day management section. So we're not going in there. What's happening in here? More meetings. More meetings. They're deciding if they should lower the ceiling in that basement or not. Right. That were good, that. Didn't mind that. The Tibetan Jail Museum. An interesting place. Alright guys, we're escaping. We're escaping from Lhasa prison. We're finding what else can we do next. There we are. Right. Let's get back on this Kora circuit. Clockwise and onwards. Another monastery, I think. Let's have a look in here. Oh no, it's a museum. Let's have a look. This way, please, it says here. Let's go this way. Right, there's some English here. This is the Qing dynasty headquarters. When the Qing dynasty and Tibet met each other, this is their embassy, their consulate, if you will. There's some Qing dynasty stuff. Okay, lots of photos. I need something a bit more physical. It's not the most interesting of places. I mean, I can appreciate the beauty in something like this. Look at the work that's got into that scripture. There's not much English about. Some guns. Not sure what embassy has guns. The Libyan one. We're back out. I think we'll just appreciate the building for its beauty. Because the relevance of it's not well explained in English. Look at this, downtown Lhasa. You got a little quiet courtyard like this. How nice is that? There it was, the Qing Ambassador's residence in Tibet. Very important for political reasons, I think, this building. But no English explanations inside. So we'll move on. Someone's blowing a whistle for something, can't work out what. It's calling full time on something. What's that about? She's just whistling and cleaning up. That must be the thing here. I don't know what that's about. There's another one doing it up here. I'd like to tell you why. They're all at it. Huh?
刚是不是拍照了？
我拍了那个推的那个人，没有拍你们，不知道。拍了。那么，看一下。Right, we're about halfway through now. About halfway through this Kora. Some people do it 108 times a day. These lads, the hardcore, they'll be doing it more than the once. I might do it more than the once. I think it's a lovely little street. This here, we got some incense burning. That shows it's something important. I think this is the Dongsulamo wall. Have a look at it here. Alright. Those pictures there. This is a wall about a goddess. We like to go out and eat. We like to go out and eat on the streets of Lhasa. See, they're giving her food to eat there. And her parents became very angry that she was going out to eat stuff every day. And they threw her out, they cast her out. And from then on, she wanders the street, and so people come here and give her food. Okay, like that lady there just left. Okay, I can see money. Let's see if I can. I'll give something. I'll give barely anything. Right, let's see. There we go. That in there. Hopefully she can get something nice to eat for that. And nice to eat, that's what we're going to have to keep on the lookout for. It's coming up to lunchtime. Let's get in here and I'll explain why in a moment. It's very dark, low ceilings, that's because it's old. Is this the first floor? Oh yeah. Let's have a look. A seat by the window. This is going to do me. But why is this restaurant so famous? Well, this is where the 7th Dalai Lama, and we're on to the 14th now, so that's several Dalai Lamas ago, met the love of his life, Makyami. name of the restaurant. If you look out here, you can see that the top floor, it's top and bottom floor. The bottom floor has usually been shops, the top floor has usually been eateries, and that's how it's been for hundreds of years. That was how it was when he was sat here and met his dream girl. But we're going to sample some of the food and look for something Tibetan. So I am going to go for the Marsen, that's sampa mixed with yak butter and yak cheese, and she said, can you stomach that? And I said, well, there's only one way to find out, so that's what we've ordered. We'll see how that goes down. Perhaps not well. It's a bit ominous when the waitress asks that, isn't it? Halega naan. Oh, okay, and I've got Tibetan naan, so I want to see what one of those looks and tastes like. Let's see how that goes down. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that must have been sampa with yak butter and yak yogurt. I didn't expect it to look like that. There wasn't a picture on the menu. Oh, okay, yeah. Got a fork to eat it with. And this is the Tibetan naan. So it looks a bit bigger and fluffier than an Indian or a Xinjiang naan. It's dry though. Let's have a look. You can eat that now. It looks a bit like a cake, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's sweet. Really, it's just a sweet bread. Not bad though. Although something to dip it in would have been nice. The sampa. This is what she was asking me if I was sure about, if I could stomach. Sampa with yak butter and yak yogurt. Now I like yogurt and butter from cows, so what difference is it going to make coming from a yak? Let's have a look. It's pretty sticky, it's sticking to the top of your mouth. Again, it's very dry. And what does it taste of? Not a lot. The consistency, you could easily choke on it. It's crumbly, yet when it's in your mouth it mats into a paste. Well, for the Matsama restaurant, I must say, I'll take back. It can't be the best restaurant in Tibet. For those dry biscuits, it was 38, and for the naan, it was 36. Back in Urumqi, this would have cost 5. So maybe I ordered the wrong thing. The people behind me seem to be faring better what they got served. But luckily, I still got those that tea house meal in me from a little earlier. So we'll move. All right, so we're just coming to the end here, I think. This lad's skateboarding it. Skateboarding his Kora. There's that guy going with the drum. We're getting back to the square area. You can tell by the fire truck. Security's stepping up a bit. Look at the top of them building. Look at the turrets. Always being watched. See them. Very difficult looking at the camera and making sure you don't trip over people. Here we go, guys, we made it. We're back out onto the square. Hello! Our first lap of the Kora. There it is behind me, the temple we started at. Jokhang Temple. Hello! So, bit of extra karma for our next lives earned. But hope you liked it. I did. Loved it. I'm going to recharge the camera and have another lap, I think. But that's been your lot for this week from Tibet. If you liked all this, why don't you subscribe? There'll be some more Tibet next week. Until then, see ya.